Good day, everyone. Welcome to Docdel TV. Once again, this is Docdel, your practical guide in writing action research in education. This time, we are going to discuss the 3 different methods of research. But before that, for those who are new to this channel, I want you to subscribe and then hit the notification bell so that if I have new videos relating to writing and action research in education, you will be notified. Before we are going to proceed to our topic this time, we will have a short recap of what was our topic last meeting. Our topic last meeting was actually on how to formulate action research title. From that discussion, I provided you sample titles that will be used when you are going to venture this endeavor in writing an action research. So this time, we are going to proceed now to our new topic. So our topic this time, or the focus of our discussion, is the 3 different methods of research. Namely, historical method, descriptive method, and experimental method. So there are only 3 methods of research. The one that I mentioned a while ago. So first, we will have historical method. Actually, this historical method, this is only usable when you are going to write a dissertation or thesis. However, we will have to discuss a bit of this so that our viewers could be able to distinguish the difference between a descriptive research, a historical research, and experimental research. But of course, we will not be dwelling on this. Okay. So, when we talk about historical method, is one which deals with the past events from the word history. So, meaning to say, it deals with past events and interprets them in the light of the present. So meaning to say, it has something to do with connection. No? What is the connection of this past event and the present condition of the society or present event? It is also concerned with giving an account of past events or facts. No? So it also concerned with giving an account of past events or facts in the spirit of inquiring critically for the whole truth. Its purpose is to explain the present or anticipate the future based on a systematic collection and critical evaluation of data pertaining the past occurrences. So these studies, for example, if you are a teacher and you are going to continue your masteral degree and you are going to take Master of Arts in Teaching Social Studies, Master of Arts in Teaching History, then you have to venture this kind of research. This is what we call historical research. Okay, so this is the first phase of this discussion. No, we are done with historical. Actually, I am only giving you a bit, a glance of what is historical. But this time, we are going to focus on descriptive and experimental type of research. So what is a descriptive method of research? What is a descriptive method of research? Okay, so this design is for investigator to gather information about present condition. So the focus of the study is on gathering information about the present condition. The main objective of this design is to describe the nature of the situation as it exists at the time of the study and to explore the causes of a particular phenomena. No? So it is more on explaining or describing the nature of the situation or exploring the causes of a particular phenomena. It is concerned with conditions or relationships. No? So it is concerned with conditions or relationships that exist, practices that prevail, and beliefs and processes that are going on, effects that are being felt, or trends that are developing. Okay, so this is the nature of a descriptive research. No? So it will explain it will investigate and gather information. Okay, it also describes the nature of the situation. It also explores the causes of a particular phenomena, and it is concerned with conditions or relationships that exist, practices that prevail, beliefs and processes that are going on, or effects that are being felt, and trends that are developing. So that is the nature of descriptive method of research. Okay. So, when we talk about descriptive method, there are types. No? There are 10 types of descriptive methods of research. However, I will be presenting the 10 types of descriptive research, and in every type, I will be giving a sample title, and I want you to listen carefully and take down notes, no? So please prepare your paper and your pen, so that while listening to this discussion, you could be able to gain something that somehow you could be able to use this when you are going to write an action research, or even formulating a title of your action research. Okay. So the first one is the case study. No? So case study, survey research, developmental studies, evaluation studies, comparative studies, correlational studies, follow-up studies, trends and projection, ex-post, FACTO research, and participatory research. So those are the 10 types of descriptive research. So, in the division of Butuan City, a case study is accepted. No? So, a case study is accepted as your action research. So, this is how we cater case study in the division of Butuan City. So, what is a case study? A case study is a detailed study about one person or unit over a considerable period of time. No? So, meaning to say, even you have one informant or you have one participant of a study you could still be able to present a research. And this is a case study. It provides an in-depth analysis for investigations such as an individual patient. No? Individual patient. So for example, or it could be a family, a hospital ward, a health agency, a particular disease, a professional organization or group. So meaning to say, a case study could be one person, no? Or individual patient or a patient, a family, a unit, or it could be a professional organization. Okay, so for example, a case of the Kawasaki disease. No? Kawasaki disease is a rare disease. No? So, that could be a good case study. Or a case study of organizational development of public schools in Caraga. So here, public schools in Caraga, no? It is a professional organization of which it is concerned with all public schools in Caraga. And then the focus is the study on organizational development. How the organization developed among the public schools in Caraga. So, we have here the focus. What is the focus? The organizational development. Who will be studied? Who are the people or who are involved? The public schools in Caraga. So, that is a case study. You should have to find a rare case or an extreme behavior of your student. And then, try to observe, conduct an investigation, and then, all your investigation will be put into narratives, and then after that, compile everything, and then arrange everything, present everything, and then it is now a case study. Okay, so, next is survey research. So, a survey research is used to gather relatively limited data from relatively large number of cases. No? So, however, if in case that there is a limited number of respondents, so 30 is already acceptable. No? Take note that we are in the context of action research. We are not in the context of writing a thesis or dissertation. So, here in an action research, you could still be able to involve your classroom, no? Your advisory class. The purpose is to gather information about prevailing conditions or about the variable under study. Prevailing conditions. So for example, this time, this pandemic, no? This modular approach, this distance learning, no? How this affects to the learning style, to the scholastic performance, to the academic performance of our learners. No? That is a survey research wherein we will be only using a survey questionnaire. No? So the main instrument of a survey research is a checklist. No, it could be a checklist, it could be a survey questionnaire. So example, impressions on mother tongue based instruction of learners from selected private schools in Caraga region. No? So here we are after on the impressions of the selected private schools in Caraga region when we talk about mother tongue based instruction, the MTBLE. No? So, what is now the impression? Or what are the impressions of these private schools in Caraga? in the implementation of mother tongue based instruction. No? So that is a survey research. Okay, for example, factors affecting the high dropout rate of the senior high school students of Tungao National High School. So that is a survey research looking on the factors that really affect the high dropout rate. Okay. No? Next. Okay. Next is a developmental studies. Okay. So actually this is more on a writing and action research or writing a thesis, no? Because here it intends to get reliable information about a group of people over a long period of time. No? So this is a bulky thing. Okay. So actually here there are two. We have longitudinal method and cross-sectional method. Okay, so we will not deal with this one because this is more on, no? This is not applicable in writing action research. Okay, here, assessment or evaluation studies. Assessment or evaluation studies here, when we say assessment or evaluation studies, it attempts to determine the effectiveness or efficacy of a certain practices or policies when applied to a group of respondents. No? So, for example, the effectiveness of the quality assurance system in teacher education program. No? So, the effectiveness of the quality assurance system in teacher education program. Okay. So, we are trying here to establish the efficacy. Efficacy of a certain practices or a certain policy. Okay. So, for example, this one. Okay. Additional. Okay. So, for example, the effect of cooperative learning approach on the performance in mathematics of junior high school students of Central Philippine University. No? That is assessment. We will try to evaluate, no? We will try to evaluate the efficacy or the effectiveness of a certain practices, a certain policies, or a certain teaching strategy or strategies. Okay. Next is we have here the correlational studies. Correlational. Actually, I have already given you a bit of this when we discuss, during the time when we discuss on how to formulate action research title. Okay, so when we talk about correlational studies, it attempts to establish relationships among two or more variables. So, what we are talking here, the independent and dependent variables. So, we have also intervening variables. We have also moderating variables. Okay. That somehow could affect between the two variables, no? The independent and dependent variables. So, for example, here. Let us try to have this one. Familial and social factors in relation to value orientation of college freshmen of selected private school of Caraga region. No? So, let us try to focus on the title given, research title given, familial and social factors. No? So, it has something to do with familial factors and social factors in relation to value orientation. Of who? College freshmen of selected private school of Caraga region. Okay, so that is correlation. If there is really a relationship between familial and social factors in terms of value or orientation. No, as simple as that. Parenting style and academic performance. If the style of parents in giving discipline to their kids has something to do with their academic performance. No? So for example, cooperative learning approach and performance in mathematics. That is also relation. So meaning to say, when we say correlation, there is this what we call independent and dependent variable. So always remember that. Cause and effect. Okay. Next is follow-up studies. Okay. So actually, follow-up studies are usually a tracer study. No? Tracer. Okay. For example, they are used if you want to follow up the development of a certain condition. For example, employability of the graduates of Tungao National High School from 2016 to 2021. So it has something to do with tracing. Where are they now? Ano ang kanilang mga ginagawa? Ano na ang kanilang trabaho sa kasalukuyang panahon? Okay. So that is follow-up. No? So employability of the graduates of Tungao National High School from 2016 to 2021. Okay. So that's it. No? As simple as that. Next is trends and projection studies. Trends and projection. This attempt to describe the future with respect to emerging pattern in the past and the present of an event or phenomenon. So, trends and projection, we are projecting what is now. This after 10 years. After 20 years. No? So, change and the future of Agusan River. An anthropological viewpoint. So that is trends and projection. No? Change and the future of Agusan River, an anthropological viewpoint. So maybe after 10 years, we have now in Butuan City a floating market, a floating restaurant. No? So what could be the change and the future of this river? Of course, it is an anthropological viewpoint. Okay. Next one or the last one is the ex post facto research. So what is an ex post facto research? Okay, here it means from after the fact. No? It means from after the fact and deals with researches where the dependent variable is immediately observable and the events before that have given rise to this consequence. Meaning to say, even without studying this, we already aware of the outcome of the effect. So for example, if we will try to do smoking every day, okay, so with this example, it is really obvious. It could destroy our lungs, it could destroy our health. Okay. However, when we talk about ex post facto, what will happen to a person if the person will have only 1 cigarette a day? 1 stick of cigarette a day. 2 sticks of cigarette a day. 1 box of cigarette a day. That is an ex post facto research. Differing consequences on smokers of varying amounts of cigarette. Okay, it is really clear that when we do smoking, it is really obvious that we could be able to have this disease, this illness. But let us try to vary now the amount of cigarettes that smokers will be able to take every day. 1 stick, 2 sticks, 3 sticks, 1 box, 1 rim, 1 cartoon. Okay. So that is exposed facto research. Okay. So those are the 10 types of descriptive research, no, under descriptive methods of research. So I hope that with this discussion, you have now a glimpse, you have now a clue on how to capture an action research title using this method. And I hope that with this, you are now guided, because next meeting, I am going you to expose to experimental research. No, experimental, so that we could be able to, so that you could be able to have your title in making an action research. No? So when we talk about descriptive method, it is more basic research. Basic. However, if we will try to do experimental, that is more on making an action research. So that will be our concern next meeting. So that's why I told you before I proceed to our discussion that this is the first phase of the discussion. No, this is the first phase of the discussion. And up next is on, no, the continuation of this discussion, the 3 different methods of research, and we are going to focus on experimental research. So today, what we discussed, we started historical, no, it is a bit of information from this research because this is not applicable when you are going to have an action research or basic research in education, no, that will be presented in the Basic Education Research Fund. Okay. So I hope that you have now a glimpse, a bit of learning, a packet of learning that could be used as a weapon when you are going to write now an action research. So, up next, we are going to continue on experimental research, and of course, thank you so much for watching. And of course, before I end, I would like to say thank you to all the subscribers that they are not skipping the ads. No, I hope that you will not skip ads when you are going to watch my videos. Thank you so much for watching. God bless, bye-bye, and stay safe always. Until next time, or until our next topic on writing an action research. Thank you so much for watching once again. God bless, bye-bye, and stay safe always.